So let's talk Pilates V with the feet versus parallel. For example, in footwork, often teach people to be in parallel versus Pilates V. I don't have anything against Pilates V. It's just a lot of external rotation. And there's certainly a good cause for that and a good use case in certain cases. But I found, especially since, I'll be honest, a lot of my clients are older. And so maybe they are starting to move more than they used to, in which case, giving them something functional, which is closer to parallel, tends to be more useful as far as them refining how to use their feet and how they've picked up habits of using their feet just in regular life. That being said, when I come to teach people on the chair, I sometimes just have them in Pilates V because it is easier to control. And also, so then they're using a little bit more of that inner thigh connection, or at least awareness of it while they're moving. And also, trying to keep your heels together isn't always easy. It's also not always accessible to everybody, which is a big part of why I teach also in parallel. Not everybody's heels can touch and still have what some would consider an ideal alignment. I do think that Pilates V is more classical. I don't necessarily think one is better than the other. I think that it just depends on what you're actually trying to accomplish, which is not the kind of answer people want. But realistically, I think that saying one is better than the other isn't really being honest because, again, they can both be used for different things. They both serve different purposes. And the reality is you're going to turn your feet both to parallel and external rotation when you're out moving through life. So being able to do both matters. I would even go so far as to say that depending on the exercise, depending on the person, maybe it's not so much that they need to work on external rotation, but to find a little bit of control in internal rotation, which also means that you have to move slower. Sometimes when people get into external rotation, they're just letting their knees come really wide and they're not really thinking about how that impacts their hips. So I teach both. I think both have value. And if you're strongly one or the other, I'd love to hear why in the comments. Otherwise, I don't think that there is a better situation here. Again, this is just which one do you need? What purpose does it serve? And does it work with the person in front of you or in front of me, as the case may be? Bye.